Hello again, everybody. Welcome to week 2 of project management course. I hope everybody's doing well and having a good week, past week, upcoming week. Got the scenery here. I will, this video I'll try and keep a little shorter because everybody, those of you that are in there are doing real good. And project management can be a difficult course, but it seems like all of you are doing pretty good on there. And a few of you that have been having issues, you've been in touch with me, so we're good. Discussions, good interaction there, so good thing. Homework's good too, so far so good. Past the halfway part, week 3, so we're into week 4 now, and so one of the things I do my little bit of motivation here, because sometimes we all have, I talk about obstacles and things that get in our way of doing school, and I harp on making school part of what you do every day instead of something you do once a week or whatever the case may be. And I like this quote here. It's whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So no matter which way you look at it, if you convince yourself you don't have time to do schoolwork, yeah, you're right. But same token, if you can figure out how to make the time, you're right on that too. So that's why I brought that point up there. The other thing, people sometimes when I'm talking to students, a phrase will come out, I just don't think I'm smart enough to do this, or whatever the case. And so that's why I like this little phrase here. You know, being smart is something we all become. It's not something that you are. And maybe people learn at different speeds, different ways, but thing is, we're not born smart or anything like that. We become smart. We learn how to get there. So, if those are the type of feelings you have about yourself, you need to get rid of them, uh, and figure out, how to move ahead. I like this one too. This is pretty, it's a different way to look at things. We can complain it because a rose bush has thorns, or rejoice because the thorn bush has roses. So it's a different way of looking at things. I always try to put a positive spin on anything that's negative because it's just better for us. So there you go. There's your inspiration for the week. As we move into week 4 here, you got 3 chapters. Let me see, chapter 10, 11, and 12. Let's see here. Chapter 10 has to do with project risk taking. So there's a lot of things that go into that. And this particular chapter, it talks about a lot of different things, there might be traditional things associated with starting a business or doing a project like insurance, labor costs and different things, contracts, different things. But there's other things that companies look at, or if you're going to do a project or building a new, like here in St. Louis. St. Louis is one of the 20 cities being looked at by Amazon to start a new place. So, so that's a project. And they look at different features. One of the, so in the recent history in the last couple of years, we've had a couple of, issues with a lot of demonstrations going on here. So that could be a factor that will impact a decision a company makes on whether to move to a place or not. There's other factors. There's the local politics, the labor force. Well, another thing unique here in St. Louis is there's unemployment, and that's one of the things a lot of political leaders talk about is we need more jobs here. But the fact is there's plenty of jobs here. It's just people are not qualified for those jobs, and so that's another factor. Companies will look at is when they decide that, okay, we're going to open up a new location. If it's a tech company or a company like Amazon, or they look at, well, how much labor is available there, and what is the quality level or the education level of that labor. Would we be able to find the quality people we want, or do we have to settle for less? And depending on what classes you've been in before, like in marketing or HR, different things, you might have heard me use the term warm body concept. A lot of companies just hire warm bodies because they can't get anybody. So that's another risk factor. So there's lots of things that go into it. But anyway, so there's just a little bit of tidbit there for you. Let's see. We also got chapters. Okay. Chapter 11 has to do with the quality planning. the kickoff, and then the supply chain. So another thing is, depending on what you're looking at, the supply chain for the project itself, depending on where it's located. If it's a company like Amazon, where are they going to locate at? On one aspect, St. Louis might be a great location because it's access to airport, rail, trucking, everything, center of the country, different things. So those will get weighed against the negatives. So those are just a couple of things there. So anyway, all right. So upcoming week, you got those 3 chapters. You got your discussions. Last week's discussion was good, talking about the 5 parts of activities. Upcoming discussion here is on the yep, get up there. Okay, possible risk you would encounter if you're hosting a party. So just pretty straightforward. And then the assignment, same thing as been doing. You got the questions, so you just get in there and do that. And otherwise, you're good to go. So with that, I'll leave it for this week. As always, get in touch with me if you need anything. My test question for this week. You let me know what the 5-year-old grandson, almost 5, what he's doing in this picture. And with that, I will let you go. Have a great week. Get in touch and take care.